Hey everyone, this is Sarah Kasebo. Welcome back to another episode of MindBit. Hey everyone, I hope you are well. Unfortunately for me, I am hella tired. I am not dealing with this time change very well. It's been tricky. It's been very tricky, and no matter how much sleep I seem to get, I do not feel well rested. It probably also didn't help that yesterday, which was actually Sunday for me, I was doing a 7+ hour tabletop RPG campaign for the Evangelion universe, which is also another reason why I've been talking about it so much, is because I've had to get myself so pumped up over it. I'm part of a tabletop RPG podcast series called These Warriors Are Terrible. I'm part of the Toronto crew, and we do these fun little 4-part campaigns with some wrap-up sessions at the end. And yeah, it was good. It was emotional. It was whiskey-inducing, and I don't even drink whiskey. It was awesome. But yeah, 7+ hours, character creation, everything. It was based on the GURPS 4th edition system. We've never played GURPS, so it was fun. At least not that edition. I think maybe a few of us on there have, but we were all pretty unfamiliar with it, but it worked really well with our campaign. And all hell broke loose. Yeah, it was a good one. It was definitely good, but that's not what I'm here to talk about today. I'm obviously still very tired, and I will be for a good portion of today. I wanted to do another one of my in-depth unboxings for something, well, for a couple of things that I've been very passionate about, and one of those things is Nendoroids. I've been following a lot of people on Instagram about Nendoroids, and I didn't really want Nendoroids. I actually was more into getting Figmas than anything else. I don't really have any Nendoroids aside from my Nendoroid Petite here of Jude, who's like posing. It's like the cutest thing. He's like it's adorable. I love it. I think it's so cute. Yeah, so I love the paint quality on these so much. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna start looking into these more. And I looked into them more, and I realized how much I love them. I love chibi, but I don't really want figurines with such big heads, aside from like pop figurines, I suppose. But there's something about this, I don't know, so much attention to detail. Not only that, but I've been very much into Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. If you're not familiar with what that is, that's a visual novel murder mystery, kind of very Persona-esque, Ace Attorney-esque, that was released not that long ago. I actually have a review which you can check out here, and I have a limited edition unboxing which you can check out here somewhere. So I definitely recommend checking those out if you want to learn more about the games. I don't spoil anything, so keep that in mind. But I've been obsessed. Post-game, I blazed through it, and I cannot stop thinking about it. So I went ahead and bought a Monokuma Nendoroid, because why the hell not? So let's unbox this baby. Let's see what's inside. Alright, so in terms of box design, it's pretty typical for Nendoroid. You have your little open window here with all your different face plates and arm pieces and everything. And then on the side you have a little window as well, where you can see the different things you can do with your little Nendoroid friend. And then you have the back that just shows you some more stuff. Let's see what this says on the side. Cute to look at, fun to play with, and great to collect Nendoroids. Yeah, I can see why people love them so much. So I think one of my biggest issues originally was I was like, well, do I really want to take it out of the package? There's a lot of pieces here, right? And I'm really curious for all of you Nendoroid collectors, where do you keep your extra pieces? Because they're not things I would want for to just lie around. You know, if I could find a container, I would, but I think for now I'm just going to keep the box and keep the extras that I don't want to use on Monokuma, and then just put Monokuma out probably, I don't know, maybe I'll put him right there. So Monokuma is safely out of his packaging. It was really easy packaging too, which is awesome. It's always convenient. There was a sticker, but it was easy to open. Luckily I didn't damage the box. So we have Monokuma here with all of his stuff. He has his grovel, his little his execution button, and then his different arms, I think, so he can like lift his arms up, and then his scary face, and then his usual face, and all that fun stuff. And then we get the stand right down here too. So yeah, that is that. Now, after popping his little body parts off to get the little plastic things out of his arms and head and everything, which is really morbid but works really well with the game and the anime. I got him together here. I actually have a little bit of a problem with him. I think I actually broke him. Yeah, I think so. So this arm, it just pops right off. This is actually really funny that this happens right in an unboxing. But I think that this little nub right here was actually supposed to be part of the arm, because when I look at this arm is a lot more secure and it has a little nub. The other one doesn't, right? This attaches in fairly well, is quite poseable too. Can lift his arms a bit. But the moment I try and lift Monokuma's arm here, there's not enough for them to latch onto. So yeah, I think I got a little broken one here. And it definitely looks like it was chipped. There's a little dent right there. This isn't the worst thing that could happen. This is not the worst thing. However, this might take a bit of work. I'm actually trying to figure out what to do right now. This was not supposed to happen, guys. So, either what's... I'm gonna have to figure this out, because it almost looks like the nub was supposed to be in him. But I'm gonna try and get some pliers and pull this thing out so I can just attach another arm. Because he has this arm also, luckily, which has a nub, and that's connected, so that's what I'm thinking. But I obviously can't do anything about it right now. Yeah, this kind of sucks. Oh, I did not pay this much money for this. But you know what? It can be fixed. Luckily, there are extra appendages, so it's not the end of the world. And he does, like, as long as I don't move his arm, he's good. He's good. So I don't like returning things like this. I don't even know if Anime Extreme, where I did buy this, would let me do that. But I can ask them. But aside from that, I'm quite pleased with Monokuma. His paint job is wonderful. I'm really enjoying it, and I really enjoy the light blue glow in his belly and just his everything on his white pure side. And I love how the eye is like a metallic red. I like that a lot, especially considering he's a robot, right? So it works really well. I also love how poseable these are too. Like the joints aren't too, they're pretty inconspicuous. You can't really tell, whereas Figma's, it's pretty standard that the joints are going to be very visible, and it can make the toy look a little bit clunky depending on a lot of things, really. I mean, when you look at it, you know, like if you have like a really nice camera and you're taking a really good shot, a really good angle for it, then it's perfect. But at face value, they're not my favorite for that, right? But here we have some really good stuff. Like it doesn't move too much. It's still pretty limited in what it can do. But the ball in there, the ball joint is really great. It does a lot more than I would have anticipated. Another thing I really enjoy is the way you can move the head around a bit too. Oops, the arm is falling off again. The way that it can rotate within here is really awesome, and I love that. Like, there's not too much movement, but there's enough so I can make him look a little bit different depending, right? So I have another head that I'm going to show you guys, just the little wicked face, and then I'll show you a few of the other stuff too. So when putting on his other little face here, you can see there's some little inserts right there. So this is my first time doing this, but it was pretty easy taking this face off. I'm gonna put that down there, and we are gonna put on this face. Ooh, this piece is kind of weird in here. This is the piece that holds the head together, so I'm gonna make sure it's stable. I don't know if that bottom part is supposed to be so loose. Like the bottom's a bit loose, but his head is on. That's good. It's a good sign. But yeah, this is like really loose down here now. What did I do? Okay, so that's what his head would look like. But obviously I need to figure out what the heck is going on with the bottom part now. So I gotta take it apart and then put it back together, and then we will look at all the other different stuff he has. Alright, so after plenty of trial and error and realizing that the legs can actually extend out even further so he can like do that kind of stuff, which is actually really funny. And after realizing that in order to get the a part in the head, you need to connect it to a groove, like a very small little piece, this little indentation. After getting everything like that together, and then after getting the stand together and everything too, I think he's all set. I think he's all set. So this is Monokuma on his stand. The reason why I'm holding his arm like this is because, like I said before, it's just not holding up. The gravel, I was also like, how the heck am I gonna get that on? But then I realized you could take the top off. So derp, 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 derp. But yeah, I mean, I love his paint job. I think he looks great, but I am really bummed out about this. I mean, it's just a little bit too loose. That works, but I feel like it might fall off any minute. Another thing is there's not enough room for the buzzer, right? Like, it's just hitting his belly button right there. It's like it's veering off of the actual stand. So I kind of wish the stand was a little bit bigger for that. I guess I could put it to the corner right there. Yeah, that works. That works. Could do that. Otherwise I am pleased with him. And there's a lot of different things I can do with him. In terms of sitting, that's going to be a little bit awkward. And in one of the pictures, it shows with his head going down. And I feel like I'm limited. You see, it's like falling right off. I'm limited to what, I can't really lower his head any more than I was able to here. So I don't know how they did it in the picture, but it's something I'm going to be looking into in other people's unboxings for Monokuma as well. I am pretty bummed about this, and I don't actually have any pliers handy right now, so I can't fix it. But even looking at the little paper, it's very simple little paper that actually comes with the Nendoroid. It just tells you what pieces can go together. Kind of like an IKEA manual, very visual based. But it shows that that this hand actually does have the nub, so that means this broke off inside. It's a bummer. That's a big bummer, and I don't know if there's any warranty on these. I'm not so sure about Nendoroids, and it's really a bummer that this is my first experience with a Nendoroid. I like them, and I love the way that this turned out, but is this something I'm gonna want to get in the future? Really depends. It really depends. I might actually just continue going more for statues. I prefer statues. But I am happy that I did get this. I really hope I can figure out what to do with this hand, and if this hand is even usable. The really crappy part about this arm and the fact that this arm broke is that this is the only arm that can hold the gravel. There are no other arms that can do so. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out. We'll have to figure that out, but I have some friends, some connections who can probably help me with this. So otherwise, yeah, I'm pretty happy. You can definitely it's a true Monokuma. That is Monokuma right there. I am pleased with this. I love Danganronpa. You know, it's up to you, and it's up to your discretion, like, if this kind of stuff happens, because I've never seen anyone's unboxings before where something actually was broken like that, you know. So something to bear in mind if you plan on getting one of these, because for me this was about $55, almost $60. I think 60 with tax. So, you know, bear in mind, you might want to maybe try it on Amazon. I know you can get these a lot cheaper on there. So, yeah, I am very happy to have in my collection. I'm going to be very careful with them. I'm going to keep the box. I might even contact Nendoroid regarding this. And, yeah, I don't really like giving ratings for these kinds of things. I'd give him a B, only because of the fact that his arm is broken. That could just be a manufacturing issue, right? It could have been a very slim chance of this actually happening. But overall, detail-wise, I really enjoyed it a lot. In terms of putting it together, it was a little bit frustrating, but once you actually see the build of the toy itself, it does become a lot easier. You become more aware of what connections need to be made. And especially when you can see all the possibilities, all the different things that these joints can do, and the fact that these joints are so posable, I am really impressed with it. So yeah, definitely consider checking out more Nendoroids. There's plenty out there for you. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this unboxing. Really hope you enjoyed little Monokuma here. And please tune in again soon for another video very soon, whenever that will be, probably within the next couple days actually. So I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and tune in again soon.